Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome back, I should say, to Better Together. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I've missed it, honestly, and connecting with you guys, hearing from all of you. So I am so excited to be back. Going to give you guys a couple minutes to get on, but tonight we are here with Executive Director Tammy Clary and managers Corrie and Nancy Forrest, and you guys are in for a treat. So I wanted to say hello and welcome, and also thank our fabulous guests. I also have to give a special shout out to Dawn because it's her birthday. So happy birthday. I just say we just figured that out as we were like backstage getting ready to start the Zoom. I was like, oh my, well, thank you for joining us. An extra special day for you, but we appreciate you and we're so happy you're here, and happy birthday. I see all the attendees hopping on. Let me get my chat up. You guys know I love the chat. Feel free to send questions, comments as we are going. These ladies are going to share some fabulous tips and tricks that have been working well for them. And you know what? We're going to look at starting your holiday sharing season right starting tonight. So you are not going to want to miss this. Make sure all your teammates are on. As always, we're going to make sure that it is recorded. Checking myself. Yes, it is recording. And we will upload it right there, linked onto the Brand Partner Facebook page. So if you didn't catch it live, or if you're not catching it live, you will see it. We know that our Be Empowered Challenge is underway and the holidays are on the way. I cannot believe it. We decorated for fall this past weekend and Collins got to put out her little blow up ghost. She loved it, but they're coming, guys. Holidays are here. And it's time for you to enjoy all that you can and take advantage. So we know the fall and the holidays, it's the best time for sharing, the best time for you to see the people in person or virtually, however you prefer. But it's a perfect time to get together and share what you believe in, share these amazing products that you love, invite as many as you can to join you as a customer, a TLC, a brand partner, a brand ambassador. As you know, we truly have a place for everyone, and the holidays, starting now, is the time to do that. So we're going to dig in on the how-to in just a few minutes. But firstly, I want to look at the tools that we have available. So Tammy, I know you are leading the way for your team. I've seen lots of fun things that you're doing, tips and tricks from your team or to your team on social. So why is it so important to start now?
Oh, it is so important. Thank you for having us. We're so excited. And before we get into that, I need to give you a message. I'm getting lots of messages. Chat is disabled.
Oh, let me see.
So,
I was going to say, I can only see True or a Beauty in the chat, and usually we've got a ton. Thank you. I'm going to try and resolve that while you are doing your thing.
okay.
So tell us about starting now.
Yeah. Hey guys, I have been talking to my team for months already and telling them once they start talking about pumpkin spice, it's all over, once pumpkin spice hits, it's like you're on a slippery slope. You've got to get on board. So if you haven't started thinking about the holidays, it's time today, as Rick says, to now. We have to get started and thinking about the holiday. Now, it doesn't have to be full blown on set Christmas already, but you have to start thinking and really thinking like a retailer, so to speak, would, and putting yourself out there. And the first thing I do have to give lots of shouts out. I mean, I can't even, I started making a list and I thought, I know I'll leave somebody out, but there are so many fall festivals and bazaars and church functions and health fairs and work functions and all these things going on right now. And my team has been just going like gangbusters. And it's really setting them up for success for not only right now, but for the next 2 and 3 months. It's giving them bookings. It's giving them face-to-face. So that's one of the first things things that I would say that you want to even think about. And if that scares you, reach out to somebody, reach out to anybody and to any of us, and we'll, give you ideas and tips. And I, it's so much easier than, it's just a small little table. Do a little pop-up. But I've done several little pop-ups. And when I say pop-up, you can take a small little table in a dress shop, in a nutrition shop, and wherever, and put your things out. It's basically seeing the people. We've been talking about seeing the people since Empower, but it's basically getting in front of someone. Linda Braun, she has done so many vendor events, and Shirley and all the girls in Canada, but Susan Arbogast and Catherine Lamb, I think they had almost every single weekend booked in September, and really, I think half of it August, and they've each booked 10 and 12 different face-to-face and parties. And Catherine said she had a party with 10 people coming up. So, it's getting your name out there and getting what we have out there. Just very simple and easy things to do. And then if that is something that doesn't appeal to you, I would say start now with your client group. And if you don't have a client group, first and foremost, we've talked about that, I know, on Better Together many times here. If you don't have a client group, start one today. You have at least one customer, and then invite other people to that. But that's where you can really gain a lot of leverage, and, start there now with, putting the seed in their mind about what you have to offer, and then sharing things, and, dropping little hints and little tips. And I'll get into this in just a minute, but one of the biggest things is that I do is talk about, even when you're out and about, or you run into friends, or you're talking to people, and, you can just say a simple sentence or put it in your client group and say, hey guys, what do you have in your go bag? What do you have in your go bag? Well, of course, somebody's going to say, what is that? What is that? Everybody has to have a go bag, and that means that you can pick it up and go, or it stays in your purse. And it's got to have those, what I call universal products in it, those favorite products that everybody can use: facial mist, bronzer, mascara, and lip balm. And while you're out and about from now until the holiday, you could share those 5 products. And, you need a gift. Oh, try this. Everybody on your gift list would love this, but you have to talk about it. And it's not one of those things. It's just, hey, do you have your go bag? What's in your go bag? And that kind of thing. So I get a lot of leverage and a lot of mileage out of that, but it's, you have to start now, and you can't, and there's not a lot of thought to this, guys. She's going to talk about the toolkit in just a moment. We'll put everything together from all of us and many other resources to get that for you. So, download that toolkit, run it off, and just work it. It gives you the words to say. It gives you everything to do. So I'm jumping ahead. I'm sorry. I get all excited.
You are good. And I think that's fantastic. And I love that you mentioned, so often we try and overcomplicate it. And that's what we're here for. We truly are better together. So I appreciate you ladies agreeing to come here and share those ideas and all of the other, resources that we reached out to put this toolkit together. It's as simple as asking that question, what's in your go bag, right? It's not some kind of hard task that you have to do to get that conversation rolling, right? I did think we got the chat up and running. I don't know. I know Pete's on here, so I don't know if he was behind the scenes doing something. I was like just pressing settings. So I think we're good to go. But we are going to get to that toolkit soon. And I wanted to quickly go to Dawn, because I know from Empower Forward, we've talked about seeing people, right? And you are having success by increasing the number of new people that you can talk to through our referral program. So I want to hear about what is working for you.
Thank you, Logan. And thank you again for asking us to be on here. What I found was working for me was it actually started when Tammy started throwing the dollar bills out. It was $10 at a time and a fistful, showing us how that worked. And that really spoke to me because I thought, okay, money talks to people, right? Everybody usually wants to save money. And I thought, and what I've seen is that when women find out that when you refer, you're giving the gift forward because they're getting 10% off on their entire order, no matter how much they purchase, they're going to get a special discount, and that they received themselves once that referral goes through with her referral number. Then you get the special $10 credit that you can use at any time. And I really was making that more known to my clients and to new people. It actually kind of more or less started out with the newer ones. And I just jumped in full force in sharing that. And I had a few parties that made it even easier for my hostess to earn rewards. Plus, everybody was thrilled at the party that they were receiving a special discount because they were all first-time shoppers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you're building relationships that way. I think it builds trust too, and part of that building the relationship. So that's what I really found that was so helpful, was that give 10, get 10. And when you really bring it to perspective with money, and of course, once they got the new client would get a chance to shop, and it was they were meeting that level of TLC. It's like, hey, let's jump in with TLC, plus you're going to get that 10%.
Totally.
And I'm not sure, how many of us really fully realize that, how big of a gift that was in the giving. So I saw many of my clients very excited to give that gift and then receive.
Yeah, that's huge. And then one thing I didn't think about that you mentioned is, you think about the referral program and established customers, but really, why not start with those new customers too, right? What a great way to introduce them to the product. Hey, you're interested in this product. You're placing one of your first orders. Here's a way that you can get an even bigger discount. Try more of those products, right? It's not just for those established customers. So I think that's a perfect way to reach just about anyone. That's awesome. So I know I want to help everyone jump in because I saw some questions there in the chat about where they can find the toolkit. So Pete, thank you, has loaded that toolkit into the app. You can download it directly from there, and then also through the resource library on your desktop in your back office, in the resource library and on the app. Hopefully you've downloaded it ahead of time, but if not, I talked to the ladies here. They've all got it in front of them. So they're going to point out a couple things, but really this toolkit is a fantastic way to get you started. We've already done the legwork for you. We've given you some ideas to go off on. Starting off, we've got our holiday wish list, which is essentially your why. So coming into this holiday season, why is it that you want to get out in front of the people, see the people, whether it is, with a party, interacting with people, talking about your go bag, or it's with your client group, right? Later on in another Better Together, we're going to be talking to people that are utilizing the virtual sharing, seeing the people virtually as well. You've got your holiday hours. So looking at your calendar this holiday season and really being intentional with when you are going to set aside your time to see people, meet with your team, go see people, and have those events, and then different ideas for sharing. I think that's where a lot of us get stuck is, okay, if we're going to get out and do an event and we're going to see the people and put product on people, because that's the key, this product sells itself, then what's going to be an excuse to get together? The holidays are a perfect way to do that. And then we have given you some fantastic ideas in this toolkit that you can use as well. So we also in the toolkit have a little walkthrough, and I think Tammy's going to point some of this out, but I really like this part because so many people are just kind of stuck for what to say when they get together with these people and how to get started. So we've really done a walkthrough for you in this toolkit. how to give that welcome, do a demo of the product, ways that you can ask for the sale, which you're going to use those same steps in person or virtual. Tammy, did you have anything to add on those points there in the kit?
Yeah, two things. I wanted to, I do want to go back to Dawn and just point out something. She had beauty breaks, and the hostess, again, brand new, gave the referral code, everybody there. Her hostess was getting 60, 80, $100 worth of product on top of. So, if you really work that referral program on top of everything, is just like Dawn said, it's a win-win. So I just wanted to give another shout out for her to be forward thinking on that too. So I don't think that we realize the importance of that, right, Dawn?
Right. It's correct. It was just monumental. And yeah, my first hostess earned $140 by the time it was over. That was huge shopping.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
Thank you. Okay, on the toolkit, guys, again, I would just run that off. You can look at it in your app, but it does have a calendar, so to speak. But the one thing I wanted to point out before we get to the steps, it's got hot dates. Now, this is something that I utilize because I love to be in control of my calendar. I love to know when I'm going to do things, what I'm going to do things. And I love to say, these are my hot dates. And if you choose something on my hot date, then you get an extra goodie. And this can be anything. And, people are going to respond to that because people love to get little Circes. That's just a little happy or little thank you. One little thing that I do is just have little organza bags. And you can put anything in them. You can get things from the dollar store, but we always use these scratch off cards, and they're great little cards. And again, Susan Arbogast and Catherine Lamb showed us about these, but you can get them from Unicorn Smiles. They're dirt cheap, really cheap. And all you do is write a gift underneath the scratch and they scratch it off, but it can be anything that you're wanting to give. But I use scratch offs, and then I use these great little tools. Everybody loves these. These are inexpensive little things I get these from Amazon, and you wet them and they become like this. They're the softest things to remove your makeup with. And they're literally pennies. And women love, love, love these things. And so I give them in an organza bag. You can wrap anything up and make it pretty, and women love it. So that's just a little hot date, little kind of thing, to get there. So that way you can be in control of your calendar. But then it goes over presentation. It tells you again the words to say, how to welcome, and then the demo. And then, guys, I was talking to a consultant the other day, and she said, I need the steps. I need the steps. And I said, okay, let's talk about this. What do you do when you go wash your face? Right. It does tell you what to do, but keep it authentic, keep it real, just have fun. I think Karen calls them the kitchen sink parties or whatever. You can do whatever it is, but just keep it real. I teach a lot of hand facials. Sometimes we don't even take the makeup off. We just do everything on the hand. And I know Nancy took that concept and ran with it and did great with it. And everything you do on your face, we do on the back of the hand. So here's your cleanser. That's a perfect idea. And it's non-threatening, so easy. And then by the time you finish doing that on the hand, the other one just looks, kind of bad. So they're like, oh my gosh. And then I always say the words, can you imagine what 2 or 3 or 4 days would be like on your face? And it's just a great added selling adventure. But all of that is in the toolkit. But the other thing that I wanted to kind of just share with you again, that's in here, party themes. Women love themes. And all the girls in Florida, I know Kathy Delahante, she's doing party themes like crazy. She's doing mask and martinis. mimosas and makeovers. There's so many different ones. Crystal's doing lots of girlfriend night. There's girls in, girls out. I think it was National Girls Night In the other day. There's a national day for everything. But there's tons and tons of ideas here for you if you don't have that creative thing, or bottom line, just invite people over. And again, it's all about seeing the people and getting product on people. And then I wanted to show you one other little, I've got my desk just laid out here. I wanted to show you one other little thing just to show you how simple and easy it is, on top of the go bag. But you can literally do a beauty break in this. Just have all of your products here. And the only other things that I have in there is I laminate. I have one of these folded in there. I laminate. This is what's online. You get this in the resource library. That way there's a price list in there and it folds beautifully. And then also I just dropped it, the AM and PM cards. So everybody knows. And then and then I have lots of these in there. So literally I carry this bag, my little traveling bag, with me everywhere. And if I can put product on people right there, or maybe I can leave it with someone, let them try it, and then I'll go back and pick it up. But there's so many ideas. But again, we have to start today and getting that organized as far as time. And I know that we've got another, Nancy's going to share some time factors with you here too. So, but that's the toolkit. If you will just check, it's so simple and easy. And it's something that you can start today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tammy. That's exactly right. And that's the perfect lead in, because that's half the battle, is getting started. Put something on the books now. You want to work smarter, not harder, all season long. So the Power Hour is a proven idea that can help you consistently make the most of your time and talent, and make sure that you get these things planned ahead. You've got them scheduled in and baked in. So Nancy, I know you are enjoying success with this idea. So tell us how that is working for you.
Well, the Power Hour is consistent and it's flexible. So this is the perfect time to use the Power Hour to get all of those things scheduled that we're talking about tonight. That you can do it 15-minute segments. Power Hour is 1 hour broken down into 4 15-minute segments. You can do it all at one time, or you can do 15 minutes at 10 a.m. and 15 minutes at 11:30, depending on the needs, what your schedule's like. So it can work for everybody. How it helps me, it helps me to do the important things that help my business move forward, because you can focus for 15 minutes on anything. Yes. And the one thing I want to say is that when you're doing the 15 minutes and you're focusing, put your phone in a drawer somewhere, because you get a text, you get an email, you get a call, you get a message. Always. And that's a distraction from that 15 minutes when you're trying to focus. If you've got a child at childcare, or may have an emergency, you have to keep it out, but just keep it on mute. But the phone is a huge distraction when we're trying to do our Power Hour. So we want to be careful about that. So the things that move us forward are the prospecting, the selling to new customers, the follow-up, which is so important. We all know that. And the sponsoring as well. I use the 15-minute segments when I go out to talk to new people. Maybe I can go into business and talk to 2 or 3 new people in 15 minutes. And give them skincare samples. So that's a good way to use one of your 15-minute segments. You can do it that way. And Fuara has provided us with my Holiday Power Hour as part of the toolkit. And it highlights the same thing I talked about, the prospecting, the selling to new customers, follow-up, and the sponsoring. So it keeps you focused. You give your undivided attention. And then when you're through with your 15 minutes, you can check the box and you're done.
It's perfect. Absolutely.
I love the Power Hour.
Yes, absolutely. And I love that it's broken down into those manageable chunks, right? I know we all have things going on. So even if it is, like you said, broken up throughout your entire day, you have that 15-minute, those 15-minute segments making up an hour devoted to making sure that you get those things done. So you see the results and your business grows. So we really did kind of do all the legwork for you. We want you guys to be able to download this kit and start now and get going. There's really no excuse not to, whether it is in person or whether it's virtually. We have these calendars. We've got your power hour scheduler. We've got, all the different party theme ideas. We've got a walkthrough for you if you're not sure how it goes. But I just want to, reiterate what Tammy said. Don't overcomplicate it. And we really do want to make it authentic. You don't have to think about a script for what to say. If these are new people you're reaching or they're your friends, talk through your skincare routine, right? It really is just that simple. So that is fantastic. And I want to thank you guys again for being so willing to hop on here and share what you're doing to be so successful with this upcoming holiday season. And now the time is now, right? We want to get going now. We want you guys to start booking beauty breaks for October, November, and December now. We don't want to wait until the holidays are here to get those on the books. We want you guys to start getting those booked. Use this toolkit. You have all of the tools that you need for a fantastic event, whether it's virtual or in person. I also loved what Tammy said about the hand facials. Never thought about that because it can be kind of daunting, especially if you're in a small space, thinking about getting everyone's face under a sink. The hand facials, quick, easy. I love it. We have our end of summer sale that is underway. Don't forget about your paid as bonus, guys. Don't leave money on the table. Dawn said money talks. Guys, don't leave it on the table. We have that fabulous bonus for you guys. And this, seeing the people and getting started, is a perfect way to earn that. We also have the Be Empowered Challenge. And really, this is called Better Together for a reason, right? We want to make sure that we are taking advantage of the success that all of us are seeing and using these ideas to push all of our businesses forward. We want everybody to see success. So we want to make sure we're starting that now. The replay of this Better Together is absolutely going to be posted right there in the brand partner group. But make sure you guys drop what's working for you in the comments. I'm going to make sure this is a post. So comment under there. If there's something that's not in the toolkit that you've done that is working, by all means, please share it because we want to make sure that you are sharing the love. We're working smarter, not harder. So take these tips, take the toolkit, make sure you download it, and let's start to see the people. Okay. Awesome. I see that chat going off. And Nancy and Dawn and Tammy, I want to thank you guys again for taking the time out of your evening to join us and share those fabulous tips and tricks. And happy birthday, Dawn. All righty, guys. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for hopping on. We will chat with you all later.